Welcome to Wednesday and welcome to the Contrarians. The topic for tonight's live chat, Doppelgangers within the same band. So the panel's here, we're ready to go. We want to hear from you in the chat. So without any further ado, let's get started. All right, welcome to Wednesday, everybody. We are live, and the Contrarians is about to talk about a great topic. I want to welcome Johnny Metal, Jamie Laszlo, and of course, Martin and myself. The topic for tonight, Doppelgangers in the same band. So we're talking about, you could like have an album by Tom Petty and the Heartbreakers, and there's a couple of records that look very similar. It's like they just clone that album cover to some degree. So we're just going to keep it loose, talk about that. I want to welcome everyone in the comments section tonight. We want to hear from you, what you want to say. But stuff like New England, it's all Grant's fault. Logan's already beaten on me already. I don't know. Sydney says every John Cougar Mellencamp album. You're probably right. So everybody, you must already understand what we're talking about.
You already understand.
Already understand. So let's get started. I'm going to go over to Johnny Metal. And then we'll go Jamie Laszlo, Martin, and myself. We're going to go 3, 3, and 4.
3, 3, and 4. All right. Well, hopefully my choices will work here. So
you know what? Since I know the way the show looks, you're just fine, John.
Okay.
You're just fine.
All right. Well, my first pick. Let's head over to Germany for a little bit, shall we? Let's go for something very standard, very basic here. So, the Scorpions, they kind of had some bad covers that they kind of needed to, if they were going to sell them in stores, they kind of had to fix them up a little bit. So they go with pretty generic, clean band shots like Virgin Killer and Love at First Sting. Something very general, very basic, but this would work for something like this, I would imagine. Yes.
Well, I'd say so, considering that both records had controversial covers.
Yes.
And then they just went with band shots. So
that's right.
I think it checks
point. That's pretty interesting. Yeah.
Yeah. So there you go. So that's my first pick. Next, I don't know. This one kind of is a little bit of a difference between a piece of a door that opens up and swords, I think. So we go. I looked at Alice Cooper's From the Inside and Dragon Town.
Ah, nice.
That works.
Good job.
It works.
Yeah. So there you go.
And instead of the door, you have the sword.
The sword, exactly.
Yeah.
So that was where I went with that. And my last pick, we go back over to Ireland, and how about a little U2 with Boy and War?
Oh, okay.
Definitely.
So there's some easy picks for to start the show off with.
Yeah.
Excellent.
Super.
Good job. Good job.
All right.
Okay.
All right, Jamie, you are up.
All right. The first two bands I have are the first two bands I thought of when we came up with this. And the first one is Kiss Destroyer, Kiss Love Gun. 1 year apart, the band kind of looking cool in a way. They're not lined up in the same order, but the same vibe is there.
Same
artist, the great Ken Kelly, right?
There you go.
Who did Manowar as well. I got to meet him at a fan expo thing that I was in with a table full of books, but I got to meet him and got some things signed. He did Rainbow Rising too. I got him to sign that one.
Ah, okay.
Love Gun. Yeah, super nice guy. No longer with us, unfortunately.
Yeah.
If you stay with Kiss, just real quick, you could do Sonic Boom and Rock and Roll Over.
Yep.
Which is what I think they were going for. Then the second one I thought of was Seeger, Martin's favorite, with Night Moves and Stranger in Town.
Yeah.
We need to do that Midwest rock show.
Yeah. Oh, that'll be fun. Yeah.
And Martin has to participate.
Yeah.
And in a way, when I was pulling out my albums, I was like, you can take The Distance and Live Bullet and kind of close. Yeah. You know, he's looking the same way.
Yeah, for sure.
Sure.
And Do I have one more?
Yes, you do.
This is a three-fer. Weezer. Easy pickings. Easy.
This is a four-fer.
Oh, yeah, there's one, and I don't even own the aqua teal one.
I love the aqua teal one.
Nice.
What's it called? What color is it called officially?
It's teal, but they're trying to look Miami Vice. So
Okay. All right. Yeah. Well, these are the three I have.
Sweet, sweet. All right, quick look over to the comments. We've got Logan saying Martin's favorite band is Head East. You got that right. Let's see. D-Rock or Budgie, never turn your back on a friend and in for the kill. Yeah, kind of similar, right? It looks like they're doing the falcon birding thing kind of thing on both of them. Pretenders 1 and 2. Yeah, it's a good one there. The Riot albums, Logan saying he was just playing them. I saw somebody pick that before. Elder of Rock, good to see the Elder here. We just on a show with him the other day. Riot Rock City, Fire Down Under. All right, so my first one here is Foghat, Night Shift in Stone Blue. And
where is it,
to make up for the fact that some of these I don't have physicals of, to make up for the fact I'm delivering to you 4 copies of Stone Blue. I have no idea why I have these all, but I do. So there's 4 copies of Stone Blue there. But yeah, these two are also in succession, and they almost kind of like match up with some of the tracks, and they're very similar into sort of mathematically how heavy they are, and they're both really good. But yeah, it's basically I think it's a 76 to a 77 album. They always looked really similar to me. They always looked kind of interchangeable, but there you go. The Great Foghat. You look at that back cover, and 3 of those 4 are no longer with us. Only Roger Earl is left from the band. We've lost Craig, we've lost Dave, and we've lost Rod Price, right?
All right, I want to throw this out. So if anybody's looking to get Martin a Christmas present, he needs yet another copy of Foghat Stone Blue. So write that down.
Exactly. Yeah.
He needs another one.
Did you guys ever see that display of that guy who bought hundreds of copies of Beatles' White Album?
Yes.
Yeah, I saw that in person. I saw that at a art show, and he had them all along the wall, and even had record bins full of them. Right, so you just had all these, hundreds and hundreds of White Album. It was pretty cool. Okay, so my next one is AC/DC Who Made Who and Blow Up Your Video. And I constantly, I talk to people all the time that get these 2 albums mixed up, right? Because they also were in order. One's not really an album. It's like a short compilation, right? It's got the soundtrack tracks and stuff on it. But the Great Who Made Who song is a really good AC/DC song. But yeah, pretty strange. It almost looks like it's the same set. And yeah, the Who Made Who is, it does look like it is an actual photograph. It's kind of blurry. It's not very good, but yeah, AC/DC, not the best album covers in the world. This
horrible album covers.
Pretty bad. Yeah, the lighting, everything about it, just bad photography, right? You'd think they could get at least the photography right? Just not very good looking. Okay, my last one in this first batch is accept balls to the wall and objection overruled. And this is almost like when you're in a band and they pick your song to be the lead single. I was very pleased that Grant put this in the thumbnail because I thought the thumbnail looked really cool. And this looks like almost from the same photo shoot kind of thing, right?
It does.
So I thought that was kind of cool. And except actually during this later period had all these black and white with red logo sort of it was one of their looks, just like now they have a look, right, in the Mike Turnillo years. So let me just take a quick look to the comments. We got 2 great Bowie ones, Gary. Let's see, Ballbreaker and Stiff Upper Lip. 2 says Logan. Bowie Heroes and the Next Day. Yeah, excellent. And let's see, Robin Trower. We've got ZZ Top Eliminator and Afterburner. Yeah, same sort of look. Bridge of Sighs and Long Misty Days, says D Rocker. Fleetwood Mac Self-Titled and Rumors is a good one, says Normand. Yeah, good stuff. Let's go over to Grant.
BM Bolt, I'll get you a copy of Stone Blue for Christmas.
Yeah.
Maybe I can buy one of Martin's and I'll send it to you. I'll just have Martin send it right to you.
Yeah.
Okay, everybody, let's keep going. Oh, good. Okay, I'm up. All right, here we go. Now you're gonna have to bear with me. Should I start at 1? I think I'm gonna start at 10 and go down. All right, my number. Well, it doesn't really matter. I'm gonna go now. You're gonna have to think about this. Why I picked this? I'm gonna throw it up. Okay, there you go. What's doppelganger about it?
Oh,
Do they
nice.
little boxes?
There's the box,
yeah.
but there's a different image, but the boxes are still there. They're using the same font.
Oh yeah. You got
And they,
Sky.
these were one of those. Remember when
Yeah.
these came out? These had the die cut covers,
Mhm.
so the corners were
Yeah.
clipped. So I think this counts. I mean, I'm trying to be creative here.
The clothes could be falling through the other thing there.
Dimension.
Yeah.
I don't
Nice.
know.
Good
So
job.
why not? And of course, these are going to get easier. But the B-52s, of course, this is a doppelganger cover.
Oh yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
They did They just copied what they did off the first album.
Yeah.
And I think it's great. I think I wish they would have kept this going.
Yeah.
It's
That's
kind of
good.
like the Weezer thing.
Yeah.
I like it. And this is another one that I picked. My next one, I am surprised that no one on the panel even picked this. How could anyone not pick this?
Oh
Queen
yeah.
not at the opera day at the races.
Oh, obvious.
Yeah. Good job.
It's
Yeah.
just the opposite. They're just the opposite. I think
Yeah.
the font's a little bit different, and the graphic is a little bit more stylized and, Night at the Opera. But man, come on, is this not a doppelganger cover?
And they're both Marx Brothers movies, right?
Yep.
Yep.
Totally works. There you go. Pat myself on the back.
Good job.
Good job. I like that.
All
All right.
right.
Over to Johnny.
Okay. Well, all right. This one, I don't know. This would, I guess almost any album by this band would work with it, really, because it all has that same guitar spaceship. So I went with Boston's self-titled and The Life, Love, Hope. Just have a couple different places of where the spaceship is sailing from, I guess.
Same kind of colors, same kind of lighting. Yeah.
Yeah, so that was the where I went with that. K Diamond, I have to be honest with you. I see you pick Screaming and Defenders. I should have picked Screaming for Vengeance and the reissue of Rockarola they did with what I think looks like a pork chop cover beast thingy or whatever that was. Didn't think about that one, but however, I did go with Kirith Ungol and with Forever Black and Dark Parade as my next one. And I think that's mainly because...
Wait a minute. Wait. We're going with... Okay. Here you go. Sorry. I was reading the comments.
Sorry about that.
No, you're so smooth. All right.
So here again, is same artist and probably just the same warrior here maybe. And just kind of going on and doing his adventure thing there. So I don't know. That was... Another thing I ran with.
It's good.
My last one for this go round. This one band just came out with a new album, but I'm going with Flotsam and Jetsam with The End of Chaos and Blood in the Water. So here again, maybe you got the little dragon thingamabob out of the water, End of Chaos, and he's in the water trying to come out of it. I guess I don't know. That was where
It's a pretty ridiculous looking mascot. It's up there with Riot's seal.
He does look a lot better than on the first album, though.
Right? Yeah.
Well,
I will say that.
I think Blood in the Water looks. It doesn't look so bad.
Well, I mean, on Flotsam and Jessam's Doomsday for the Deceiver, he looks pretty cartoony there. At least here he looks pretty menacing on these two. But
yeah.
There you go. That's
All
where
right.
I'm at.
Excellent.
Quick look here. Normanda's mentioned Heart, Baby, Lestrange, and Fanatic. We've got the Pink Floyd Metal and Obscured by Clouds. Yeah, that's a good one, D-Rocker.
That's
like
a good
that.
one.
The Beatles Red and Blue albums. Yep, those go together. All Pat Benatar albums are her posing for Jamie. Very nice. Yeah. Let's see. Great.
At least Jamie'd like to think that.
Yeah. Aldenova self-titled and Twitch. Journey, Infinity, and Evolution, says Sydney.
Yeah.
All right, over to Jamie, and it's good to see Jamie. We saw his post, his awesome completion of the Jethro Tull box set post. Wow,
My goodness,
that was wicked.
Yes,
But wearing the same
quite a
shirt.
few years.
Very cool.
They reissued a few, thank goodness and that they're a little cheaper.
Yeah.
So But this one cost a pretty.
I know I'll be able to sleep better tonight because of it. So.
You should.
Oh, is there a scandal there? They've reissued them, and that's going
They
to
reissued a lot of them, yeah. So they're
Oh.
not all like $200 now.
Wow.
This one cost me $200, but the rest you can get like for $70 now.
Mhm.
That's not too bad.
Not too bad.
Well, it depends.
But
yeah, I
$20 or
think that's
$30 more than they were.
Mm-hmm.
In the old days, did they ever say that they were going to be limited?
No, I don't think they knew that demand was going to be high when they started doing
Right.
them.
Yeah.
So I didn't buy them all. And then they were like, oh, man, these are selling out fast. So the future ones, they made a lot more. So they didn't really sell out.
So when I saw A at half price books for $30, should I have bought it?
No, that's one of the ones that you can get pretty easily. But Minstrel in the
I didn't buy
Gallery for a while was like $250. And that's the one of the ones I bought originally. And I was like, whoo. But now you can find it for like 50 or 60.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
Well, there
interesting.
you go.
Good stuff.
All right, this band, a lot of their albums look alike. I think I picked White Blood Cells and Elephant for White Stripes, but you could put in They Steal, They Style, They Steal, all similar.
It's
Same
very
colors.
60s, that album cover.
Good stuff. Yeah.
This one has the same. I mean, they don't look totally identical, but they kind of have the same feel, like this elegant fanciness to it. And Our Time of Eden and Blind Man's Zoo with 10,000 Maniacs.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, there's a similarity
I
there.
don't know, Jamie. That's a stretch.
That is kind of a stretch, but I tell you what, in my mind,
It's no Day at the Races and Night at the
No,
Opera, buddy. I'll tell you.
in my
that.
mind, it worked. And then when I pulled out the CDs, I'm like, ooh, it doesn't work as well. But I'm going with it anyway.
Your next pick, though, I agree 100%.
Oh, yes. This is a band that I reviewed on the last review crew on Sea of Tranquility. If you didn't see that, go check it out. We had Chris Reifert from Autopsy on there, and he was the drummer on the first Death album. Ancients from Canada, Martin. Vancouver. Prog rock band, kind of like Opeth with some death growls. These are their first two albums.
Beautiful.
Very,
Nice.
No, those are nice covers. I like
Great
the
covers.
artwork.
Yeah.
yeah, very cool.
Yeah.
So, yeah, that's it.
Cool.
That's three.
That's three. Okay.
All right. D Rockers brought up Player self-titled in Danger Zone. Wow, that's a cool obscure one.
D
Good
Rocker, you did see the player ranking that Pete and I did on SOT, right? You should tune into that.
Man, you guys are a service to mankind with those.
We are. Hey, that player episode changed people's lives. That's young Logan.
Yeah.
Who knows?
Wicked. Love and Rocket, Seventh Dream, Express, Hot Trip to Heaven, Lift, says Normand. Use Your Illusion, 1 and 2. Yeah, good ones there. Okay, so my first one is Nazareth 2 Excess and Sound Elixir. I've always put these two together because they're both crappy albums. We'll wait till Grant.
There you go. Sorry.
Please. I've always put these two together because it looks like, just basically we've got a big fire that's about to happen and a lot of explosions are about to happen in the the bootleg still out in the woods kind of thing, right? They're both not very good albums, they've just always looked the same, and even because of this, I've like always kind of mixed up the songs. Even it's kind of funny. 2 Excess. This reminds me of except Restless and Wild with the burning on one side, fires out on the second side kind of thing. So you got a weird doppelganger going with Accept there.
I was going to say, Martin, that Sound Elixir cover really must be a bad record because I have never seen that cover in my life.
I mean, they both look like this is going to be they're both going to be heavy albums, right? But they're not. So,
okay.
And my next one is Motorhead's Sacrifice and Inferno. Same kind of theme. This looks like a continuation of the fire in the still out in the woods. But Motorhead has a few No Remorse in the debut and whatchamacallit, what is it called? The other just straight, there's 2 black and white ones, March and Die. Anyways, so a lot of them, using the snaggletooth, but these two definitely using the same sort of color scheme. Great albums. All that Motorhead later stuff is so underrated. I really like this one. Genesis, Selling England by the Pound and We Can't Dance. You know, they're both exactly the same weird yellow that no one uses. They're both illustration. Even the illustrations use kind of the same colors. They're both an inset, smaller square or rectangle image there as well. So I thought that was really cool. And, I doubt it was, I don't think it was intentional, but it's just funny how it does line up. And then just for kicks, I brought out all the Genesis White albums, right? Three Sides Live and Lamb, and we got your Duke. I mean your Duke looking a little bit like your Invisible Touch. So they had a bunch like that, but I really like that one there. And let's just take a quick look over here to the comments. Logan Collins, Clockwork Angels and Hold Your Fire. Yeah, pretty interesting. Yeah, both very red. Never thought of that before. Saxon Sacrifice and Strong Arm of the Law. Damnation of Adam Blessing, self-titled, and the Second Damnation. There's a good obscure one. Kind of a cool, culty, semi-heavyish band, right? Anthem, Absolute Worlds and Engraved, says Mirko Ruraru. U2 Boy and War, we had that one. All right, over to Grant.
All right. Let me scroll. I have to scroll back up to the top. Okay. Oh, I have to laugh. All right, we're gonna go in the new wave territory, ladies and gentlemen. And this is basically the same album cover, only with a different font and different lettering. Well, the background's a different color, but I have to go with Men Without Hats.
Yeah.
Rhythm of Youth and Folk of the 80s. I mean, in fact, I think the logo, it's the exact same size.
Mm-hmm.
Mm.
I prefer Rhythm of Youth because it looks like they spent a little bit more time on it.
Yeah.
Just a little bit.
Yeah.
All right, so we got that. Now, if Rand Kelly's out there, his ears are probably going to burn because I'm going to pick Yes.
Oh, yeah.
90125 and then 9012 Live, the solos.
Yep.
It's the same, well, pretty much the same cover.
Nice.
We could have picked Big Generator, but I was going to pick Big Generator, and then I went, well, wait a minute. This is even more similar.
Yeah, it looks good.
So there you go. That's my number 6. Okay, now everyone beware. Young Logan will probably be ready for some snarky comment. But the Ohio Players had a ton of records that all look the same. But I'm going to go one that I think is very similar. One's in color and one's in black and white. But you cannot deny it's very similar.
Yeah.
I'm just saying.
Nice.
What is the one album?
Good job.
Pleasure
and Angel.
An Angel. But I don't know. Same kind of stance.
Yeah.
Hey, you got to hand it to Ohio Players from Dayton, Ohio.
Yep.
So
Dayton,
that's my number 5. Yeah, Dayton, Ohio. Bringing the funk. So, all right, there you go. Johnny Metal.
Over to Johnny Metal.
All right, well, finish my last 4 here. Okay, so we're going to go back over to Germany. And let's take a look at a couple of solo albums by Doro Pesch. Fear No Evil and Raise Your Fist.
I hope, Johnny Metal, I've got the right too.
No, the Raise Your Fist is a little different.
Okay. Doro's got. Have you ever looked at how many different album covers Doro has?
She does. Yeah, I should have grabbed my physical copy of that one. But the Raise Your Fist has a very similar thing to the Fear No Evil. It's a lot of people in the background and different stuff.
I did not see that one.
I probably should have I should have probably just said something.
Martin's pulling it, so let's just all wait a moment. Let him pull it.
You know, and for all those folks who said, like, Use Your Illusion 1 and 2, I guess I could have said Wasp with Neon Gods Part 1 and 2. I could have said that one, but I didn't pick that one for my go around. So let's see.
Oh, here we go. Logan said, Grant, you just like the covers. Hilligard said, Ohio Player loved armpits.
All right.
Wait a minute. We're going to wait. Wait a minute. Let's wait till Martin pulls it.
I'm getting another gin and tonic, man.
Oh, well, shit. I thought you were doing your job, Martin.
Hey, cheers.
All right.
And I figured you'd have the Doro album cover all signed.
No.
I'm let down. He's drinking. Okay.
All right. Well,
I have met her. She's awesome. She's really cool.
Okay. So,
y'all just go check that one out online. My next pick from the band Hurricane. Take What You Want and Over the Edge.
Now you have to look at this if you're
Yes.
not familiar with this album cover, because I took me a minute to see it. But look,
I mean, it can. I mean, it's not exact, but it's there. And I think it might even be the same cover artist or model. I'm not really 100% on that one, but
And it poetically fits with our Ohio players too.
it does. Yeah. So, Logan, are you going to make a comment that Johnny Metal likes this album cover?
We'll see what Logan has to say about this one. We'll have him avert his eyes with this this one. All right, next one. Let's take a flight to Japan, shall we? I saw somebody in the comments actually mention this band, but I'm going with a couple of different album covers. Now the band Loudness has a lot of albums. They have stayed prolific. Now, granted, you're going to spend a lot of yen to get a lot of them because I think most of them were released in Japan. But how about Lightning Strikes and Rise to Glory?
Look at that.
Oh my goodness.
So
they squished the logo on top though.
Yeah. So I thought, well, I think the only reason I see this is it's like you're seeing the city on Rise to Glory from far back, and the Lightning Strikes is over the top. Kind of like the you're zoomed over the top of the city. That's kind of where my thought process went with the
I didn't want to disappoint you guys, so here you go. Fully signed Lightning Strikes.
Thank you, Martin. Thank you, Martin.
And we got another fully signed there.
Okay.
And then
very cool.
Here's where we get into the esoteric stuff. There's your fully signed Disillusion.
That's a cool album cover. I'm trying to make out what. Oh, I see. It's like a barbarian or something.
We lost one of these guys, right?
Yeah, the drummer.
Yeah, the drummer. Yeah. And there's your fully signed Thunder in the East. There we go.
I saw them on that tour opening for Motley Crue.
Yeah,
unbelievable.
We saw them in a little bar, and then finally, well, I've got another Thunder in the East. I won't show that, but we'll show you a fully signed Law of Devil's Land.
Oh yeah, we saw that last week.
Yep. Yeah, just brought that one up too. Yeah. Good stuff.
Hope that makes up for my lack of.
Well, I wanted that Doro cover, but I'm still trying.
When Jamie goes, I'll go grab the Doro. All right, so my last and final. Now we go to Seattle or the Washington area. How about Metal Church's self-titled and the Final Sermon? Yeah. So you have the guitar that's on fire in the Final Sermon, and in the self-titled, it's already smoldering. But there you go. That was where my thought process went with these.
And Johnny, credit to the Great Accept series, of course. Again, right now we've got another tie-in to Nazareth to Excess and Accept Restless and Wild.
That's right. That's right.
So good. All right, Mr. Laszlo.
A lot of these times on these albums, these bands, they copy an old album cover because they want to tell you, oh, we got that old feeling back. We got that old sound back.
Exactly,
you know? Look at the album cover.
Yeah.
That doesn't always work.
Did you get Doro? Oh, wait a minute. Did you get Doro? Let's see it.
There we go.
I asked you. Okay.
Yeah.
Nice.
Why? I couldn't find that one.
Nice.
Okay.
Oh well.
All right, Jamie, go for it.
A couple spooky ones from Behemoth, The Satanist, and I Love You at Your Darkest. I Love You at Your Darkest.
I hope I picked the right ones.
Yeah. Love You at Your Darkest is one of those titles you can never remember how it exactly goes. So not the same artist, believe it or not. And this one is what I was saying when the band kind of says, look, we got that old sound back. I don't own Dawkins' Lightning Strikes Again, but it looks like Back for the Attack. You got the...
Yeah.
Oh, Jamie, I'm
kind
ready.
of similar. What's weird is, which I never liked, Lightning Strikes Again is a song from Under Lock and Key, and now they're calling the album that, from like a song, 30 years prior.
Yeah.
Very weird mishmash of things going on.
And Back for the Attack was a B-side on the Dream Warrior single.
Right.
And it's not on the album.
Go figure.
That also looks like a sign on a casino, a Native American casino as you're driving down the highway, right? I always thought Lightning Strikes Again just looked like that, right?
There's your
I
single. in your
I
back
think that
to attack.
Lightning Strikes cover would look better if it had like a black background or
Yeah,
something.
yeah. It's weird on white like
It's
that.
weird on white.
Yeah.
I don't know.
That sounds like a
You
good
ready,
album title.
For some low-hanging fruit
We love low hanging fruit.
for everyone to grab. Get those Phil Collins up on the
Oh,
screen.
there we go.
There you go. You know, pick your Phil Collins, whichever one.
Nice.
You want. Oh, hold on. I don't have enough hands for all of them.
Yeah, yeah.
Do you have like 4 hello? It's
Great.
me.
Come
What
on
is
and
it?
help me hold these up. What?
That's right. I got 4 4 or 5 Nick Kershaw albums that are all the same. So there you go.
Right. This one's interesting because I'm going with it. Iron Maiden and Killers. Now it's like the same town, you know. You got the lampposts there and both. You got the moon there, but it's kind of like, you know, this is the first album, and he's dropped into town. He's the new guy in town. He's like, shit, I was just created like a day ago, and I'm not really sure what's up or where I'm at or even who I am. And then 1 year later, there's a lot of confidence in that face now, isn't there?
Yeah.
Well, I know who I am. Same town, but I'm a goddamn killer now, mother.
Yeah, yeah.
Here he's like, I don't know who I am. Oh, I know who I am.
I know I am now.
I know what's going on now.
Yeah. Wicked. Good job. Good job. All right. Was that your batch?
That was my batch.
All right. Well, we got to thank Norman Richardson for the $10 donation. Very nice. Thank you. Beautiful. Good job.
Thank you so much.
Yeah, we've got Steve Poleri chiming in with Dylan bringing it all back home and Highway 61 Revisited. Ramon's self-titled and Rocket to Russia. That's a good one. Atlas King. Thank you for that. D Rocker, Bob Welch, French Kiss, and Three Hearts. Absolutely. Those ones always look very similar. Don Docking Up from the Ashes looked like that too, says Logan. Moxie 1 and 2. Yep. Got a black album cover and a red album cover there. With some silver foil, I believe. But okay, so my next ones are Manic Street Preachers, This Is My Truth, Tell Me Yours, and the Ultra Vivid Lament. I don't have a physical.
I got it.
Vivid Lament, but
this is another one, Martin, that has different. The one, This Is My Truth, Tell Me Yours, has multiple covers.
Oh yeah, this is my framed up with the old ad from the other one with the fully signed there, and my ticket stub. What a concert that was, man! At the Phoenix Concert Theater here in Toronto, that was so cool. But then I also thought, you know, I'd bring up Everything Must Go and the Holy Bible, because you've got an inset picture of the three guys on Everything Must Go. My favorite Mannix album. I love it to death. And then you've got an inset picture there as well
that record.
On the Holy Bible. That's the deluxe thing. So those two were sort of similar. And I think, what was the other one?
I think that album cover was to balance out the Ohio Players and the Hurricane ones, I think.
Yeah, exactly.
I think it did that very well.
And then I can't remember why I took out Send Away the Tigers as well, but this one lines up with another one of theirs, or maybe it's those first two. But anyways, so yeah, there's kind of an aesthetic going on that I thought was pretty cool. But yeah, here we've got kind of like beach sand, whatever kind of thing. But yeah, love this band to death. Let's see. Next, I have Deep Purple, Infinite, and Whoosh. Which again, feel like I wanted to follow this from the Mannix because they both line up with that as well. Just, you know, massive, desolate sort of landscape look kind of thing. Both good album covers. I think they're both good album covers. And next I went with the Kinks, Give the People What They Want, and State of Confusion, where you've got Ray basically dressed the same way and running away. Running away from the Kinks, running away from Dave, running away from putting out too many more albums, unfortunately. Which I remember in university, man, Give the People What They Want was like the hit album. Everybody up and down the dorm rooms were playing that album. Everybody loved it. So this was, at least in Canada, I was in Vancouver at that time, but this was an exciting period for the Kinks here. Low budget into this record. It was, everybody loved the Kinks at that point. But yeah, those two are pretty similar. And then finally, UFO, Lights Out, and Obsession. And I've got my fully signed Obsession there.
Logan, just flash that up there in the chat.
Oh yeah, what's he say? Oh yeah, look at that. Yeah, so they look very, very similar, and they both have the the Michael part of it as well. And then this also lines up. Check out our Contrarians show, one of my favorites that Marco and I put together, where we discombobulated all the Hypnosis album covers and put different text on them and stuff. And we put the UFO lights out text on the Hawkwind Cork Strangeness and Charm cover, and that one totally fits this as well. It's the same sort of high tech, maybe. I don't know, how does that work? It might even be Battersea Station in that one as well. But check out that episode. That was a really fun episode where we basically took all the Hypnosis album covers, shuffled a bunch around, came up with some cool Scorpions covers and Rainbow and Sabbath and all that stuff. Def Leppard, High and Dry, even, right? But yeah, these two line up with Cork Strangeness Charm as well. And let's just look at the comments quickly here. We've got Sydney bringing up Tigers of Pantang, Wildcat, and the Cage. Yeah, good one there. Thank God no Deep Purple Bananas. Doppelganger, yeah, it was a pretty bad cover. Let's see, Iron Maiden, Power Slave, and Earth, Wind, and Fire. All in all, yeah, it's a famous one. Everybody, that got called out. Lake Self-Titled and Paradise Island. Trust D Rocker to come up with the obscurities.
D Rocker,
very cool. Oh yeah, all the '80s King Crimson ones. Your red, blue, and your yellow, right? All looking the same there. All right, over to Grant.
All right. Well, speaking of those, Steve Poleri, great minds think alike. I might as well go with, let's see, is this going to wreck my order? No, we'll go with that. Yeah. So once I eliminate your comment, people will all understand. And if you don't understand, this kind of is a celebration of Beat. Beat is out on tour right now. Go out on YouTube and check that out. In fact, Rand went to the opening night was it in San Diego? He said the Beat show was absolutely phenomenal.
Excellent. I'm going to that as well. My buddy Augustin Garcia de Paredes, who does a copy edit on most of my books, and he runs the History in 5 Songs Facebook page. He picked up tickets for that, and we're seeing that here. I think it's at Massey Hall, our big, beautiful, renovated theater here. But yeah, I'm looking forward to that. I love these albums to death.
These are my favorite.
Yeah, these are 3 of my favorite albums of all time. Literally.
Yeah. I think Baloo, I think that lineup was just magical. Yeah. And you know what? I know we're on a tangent, but Steve Vai. All right, everybody go out online and go on YouTube and just see. Steve Vai, absolutely brilliant. Well, we all know Steve Vai's brilliant, right? But he knows exactly what to do. He can duplicate. He's just a genius. And he can do those Fripp guitar parts, but he can't play like Fripp. But he can pretty much duplicate it. And he and Baloo bouncing off each other. Oh my God. I got to get tickets. They're going to be in Cincinnati. I'll probably go see them. All right. So there you go. There's my choice. I'm going to go. And this was already mentioned. I apologize. I don't remember who mentioned them. I think maybe it was Steve Poleri. I don't know. Beatles 62 to 66 and Beatles 67 to 70. Of course, it's a doppelganger. Beautiful. Nice. Love it. My next pick, and I'm surprised no one ever picked this, but Cheap Trick has plenty of doppelganger records. Yep. You've always got Robin Zander and Tom Peterson on the cover and Bunny and Rick on the back. So that definitely fits. Yep. And then my final pick, I am going to go with, I think this is okay because I think this is the same model. Tell me if I'm wrong. The Cars, the first album and Shake It Up.
Nice.
They always have that female on there. I think it's the same one. I don't know, but she's happy. Cool. I'll give her that. Yeah. So that's my final pick.
Nice. Good job.
There you go.
There you go, ladies and gentlemen.
All right.
So 7. Work fast.
Man, we got 20 minutes to burn yet.
We thought that was going to be a hard topic.
No, that was an easy one.
And it was easy as hell.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, wrap her up. Wrap her up, man. They don't all have to go an hour, right?
They don't have to go an hour. We're trying to get these shows down to a half an hour. Hey, wait a minute. The count's here. Count. Good show on Sunday. Yeah. The Count will be back in the warehouse later in, I'm going to do a plug. What the hell? In October in Grants Rock Warehouse, the Count will be back. We will be looking at 80s metal. So I think that's late October. Stay tuned. The count will be in the house.
Ooh.
Yeah.
So
And remember to check out our Contrarians Reliving Old Reviews
There
is
you
a
go.
useless tool of confusion. We're up to about a dozen of those now. Those are all 5 minutes, 3 minutes, 8 minutes. We've got one long one coming up, I think Master of Reality, right? But yeah, those are all just me looking at old reviews and reviewing the old reviews of these big classic albums. So check that out as well.
Oh, and tomorrow,
go ahead, Jamie. Yeah.
and at Sea of Tranquility, I'm going to be at the Green Lung Show here in Columbus, but the show comes on at 8:00. The Sea of Tranquility show. I'm gonna try to do it real quick from the back patio of the venue while the opening band's playing.
Oh, nice. That'll be cool.
See how it goes.
Cool.
That'll be awesome. All right. So tune in. Johnny
Yeah.
Metal, what's next on your channel?
Well, and then, I know you got something at the top of the hour, Grant, but, for you Accept fans out there, we're talking, it'll be, you can watch John and I talk about Breaker. So that'll be at the top of the hour here in just a few minutes. So, keep me company in the live chat for that if you want. So,
Yeah. And of course, I'll be going live at 8. Sorry, Johnny Metal. But Rachel's Ghost will be on with me and we'll be going live. So it's double whammy for me. All right. Yes, that's right. I want to mention Count and Tony Dio will be with the Count and myself for that show. So we're having, I don't think I've ever had 3 people on a listening party, but we're going to have Tony Dio on there too. So tune in. It'll be a jammer. Let's say that. All right, everybody. Thanks for tuning in. Thanks for all the comments. If we couldn't have gotten to you, well, you guys talk a lot, so we do our best. We'd love to have you on to be a member of our Patreon. A lot of interaction there. You get to see the shows early. We also have a Ko-fi account. We'd love to have that. And, we love the donations. I want to give a shout out. Thanks for the donation tonight. It makes our evening. Anyway, tune into all these gentlemen's shows. A lot more coming up. We'll be back next week. I don't know. We need to talk about what we're going to do, but we'll figure out something. We will be back. So We'll see everybody. Good night, panel. See you in the peanut gallery. Good night.
All right. See ya.
see you, everybody.
I probably should run the thing. God, I didn't think about it. All
I think
right,
you're
let's
still
do
live.
a proper ending. All right, good night, everybody. Good night.